Hello, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be learning how to make this beautiful headband. So we need to first cut out our fabric. This one is 20 inches by 3 inches. 20 inches by 3 inches. You fold it into two, and then we are going to stitch it at this edge. Okay, we have to stitch it at this edge. All right. So this second fabric is 14 inches by 7 inches. Okay, we'll do the same thing for this one. We'll fold it into two, and then we'll sew it by the edge. Okay, that's what we'll sew it. So this third fabric is 4 inches by 3 inches. We are also going to fold it into two and stitch it down. Then the fourth fabric is 11 inches by 7 inches. Okay, 11 inches by 7 inches, 11 by 7. All right, so we are still going to fold it into two, and we are going to stitch it down as well. So right now we'll be stitching the first fabric. We'll fold it the front side facing the front. Okay, and then we have to pin it down. All right, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe, like this video, share this video, and click on the notification bell. So the next thing now is to stitch this fabric. You sew it down. Okay, you have to sew it down. When we are done sewing it, we'll remove our pin, cut the thread, remove your pin, and set it aside. Okay, so we head over to the second one. We have to stitch it down as well. Okay, you have to pin it before stitching. So go ahead and stitch it. Okay, make sure you are back stitching at the beginning and the end of your stitch. You cut off the thread. Okay, when you are done sewing, you cut off the thread and remove your pin. Okay, and then you set it aside. So we are going to sew the third piece, the smallest piece, the 4 by 3 inches. Okay, you have to pin it down as well, and then we will stitch it down. Okay, after stitching, when we are done stitching it, you cut off the thread, trim off the thread, you remove your pin, and then so the next thing that we're going to do is to flip it inside out. Okay, so I'll be using my safety pin. All right, I'll use my safety pin to flip it inside out, and I'm going to repeat the process for the other two pieces of fabric that we have sewn. So guys, if you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. Please like this video, share this video, click on the notification bell so that you will get notified whenever I drop a new video. So we are done with the flipping. We have turned it out. Okay, so this is the right side. So we are going to set these 3 pieces aside. Remember, we are using 4 pieces of fabric for this headband. All right, so we are going to set this aside and sew the 4th one. So we'll turn it right side facing the right side, and we are also going to pin it down. Okay, we are going to pin it down so that it will be easy for us to sew. All right, So after pinning, we are going to get the midpoint. You fold it into two, fold your fabric into two, then you get the midpoint. You just make a notch at that midpoint, okay? Just notch it. So we are going to be sewing from, we'll mark where we are going to be sewing. We are not going to be sewing it straight. We are going to make a curve from that midpoint to the down part of the fabric. So this is how we are going to make a curve to guide us when we are sewing it on the sewing machine. Just make a curve, okay? So we are going to be sewing on this part that we have marked, all right? So you just have to sew it now. After sewing, you cut off your thread, the excess thread. You remove your pins, okay? Remove your pins, and then we'll have to trim off the excess fabric. Trim it off so that it will be easy for us to turn. When you are done trimming, you flip it over, okay? Just flip it over. Try to make sure that the pointy edge is coming out. You can use your scissors to push it out, all right? So we have to now sew this edge. You fold it in neatly. Try to fold it in neatly, okay, so that the rough edge will not be out, and then sew it. Alright, so the next thing we are going to do is to head over to the ironing table and press these fabrics. So next is to add elastic to our band. Okay, the elastic is 7 inches. Alright, we are going to use our safety pin to attach to pass it through our band. All right, so the band is that fabric that we measured 20 inches by 3 inches. Okay, so just pass it through. So when you are done passing the fabric, you have to stitch it. Okay, remove your safety pin first before stitching. You stitch it together. So when you are done sewing, you cut off the excess elastic band, and then just try to arrange it and fold the rough edges. You are going to fold it. You are going to fold it in. Okay, you are going to fold in the rough edges. You have to hand stitch after folding it. We'll use our needle and thread to hand stitch it. Okay, we'll stitch it round neatly. Okay, after stitching, you cut out the excess thread. Okay, this is our band. Okay, so we are going to make the bow tie. You fold it into two to get the midpoint. Then after getting the midpoint, we are going to fold it into, we are going to hide the edges of each end. Okay, just try to tuck one of the end inside the other so that it will be neat. So this is it. You try to make sure that the both edges are equal half, and then you stitch at the middle. You just run a straight stitch with your needle and thread. All right, at the middle, make sure that the both half are equal, so that one side of the bow will not be bigger than the other side of the bow. All right, just pass your needle and thread through the middle of the fabric. After passing it through the middle of the fabric, you have to drag your thread. Okay, make sure your thread is strong enough. Drag it, use your hand to form the bowl, arrange it properly, and then you use your thread to secure it at the middle, and then you tie it. Okay, when you are done with the bowl, okay, you just set it aside, and then you pick up this fabric. You still fold it into two to get the middle. All right, to get the midpoint, and we are still going to run a stitch at the middle and tie it the same way we did it to the bow. That's how we are going to be doing it to this one. So we are done with this. The next thing now is to attach everything together. All right, so we'll carry our band. Make sure that you attach it to the part where you stitch so that it will be hidden. Attach it to this part where you stitch so that it will be hidden and neat. Attach everything together, and then we'll use our tiny piece of fabric to wrap it around. Okay, so that it will be neat. We'll use it to cover it up. All right, and then we will stitch. Just make sure you arrange it properly and stitch. So if you want this your headband to be more relaxed, you can use a lighter fabric. All right, you can use a lighter fabric so that it will be well relaxed. All right, this one is satin, that is why it's not that relaxed. You can add beads or whatever you want to add to it, any applique of your choice. You can use gum, your candle gum, to gum it, or you can use your needle and thread to secure it to it. All right, so we have come to the end of this tutorial. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe. Thank you.